The 7th century dawned with two colossal empires vying for dominance in the Middle East, the Byzantine Empire and the Sasanian Empire of Persia. The Byzantines, with their capital in Constantinople, represented the eastern realm of the once mighty Roman Empire. Across the Mesopotamian plains stood their rivals, the Persians, heirs to a proud lineage stretching back to Cyrus the Great. For centuries, these two powers had engaged in a seesaw struggle for supremacy. The Persian advance was relentless. In 614 CE, the holy city of Jerusalem, a cornerstone of the Christian world, fell to the Sasanian army. The capture of Jerusalem sent shockwaves throughout Christendom. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, built on the site where Jesus was believed to have been crucified and resurrected, was sacked and burned. Countless Christians were massacred, and many sacred relics, including the true cross, were carried off in triumph to Ctesiphon, the Persian capital. The fall of Jerusalem was a crushing blow to the Byzantines, both militarily and spiritually. It was followed by the capture of another pivotal city, Damascus. In 613 CE, Damascus, strategically located at the crossroads of vital trade routes, was a major economic and administrative center for the Byzantines. Its loss further crippled the Byzantine war effort. The Persian victories seemed to herald the twilight of the Byzantine Empire. In the face of these catastrophic defeats, the morale of the Byzantines plummeted, and many began to question whether their empire could survive the Persian onslaught. Comforting to the early Muslims. They proclaimed that despite their current state of weakness, the Byzantines would eventually triumph over the Persians. The Quranic prophecy of a Byzantine resurgence must have seemed improbable, if not impossible, to contemporary observers. The Byzantine Empire, once a beacon of civilization and power, lay in ruins. Its armies had been shattered, its treasury depleted, and its spirit broken. The Persians occupied vast swaths of Byzantine territory, including Egypt, Syria, Palestine, and Anatolia, the heartland of Byzantine power. The situation was dire for the Byzantines. To compound their woes, the Avars, a powerful nomadic group from the Eurasian steppes, threatened Constantinople itself. The Avars, allied with the Slavs, laid siege to the Byzantine capital in 626 CE inside Constantinople. The situation was no less precarious. The city was overcrowded with refugees fleeing the Persian advance, and food shortages were rampant. Political instability plagued the empire, with factions vying for power and undermining the war effort. Heraclius, emperor on the edge. At this critical juncture, the fate of the Byzantine Empire rested on the shoulders of Emperor Heraclius. Heraclius, who had ascended to the throne in 610 CE amidst chaos and uncertainty, inherited a crumbling empire on the brink of annihilation. However, Heraclius proved to be a shrewd and resolute leader. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, he embarked on a series of drastic measures to revitalize the Byzantine war effort and salvage his empire from the brink. Heraclius understood that the survival of the Byzantine Empire depended on its ability to field a strong and disciplined army. To achieve this, he implemented a series of radical reforms. He reorganized the Byzantine army, introducing new tactics and equipment inspired by his enemies, the Persians. He also levied heavy taxes to finance his military reforms and conscripted large numbers of men into the army, even resorting to freeing slaves and recruiting them into his ranks. Resurrection at the Dead Sea. In 627 CE, Heraclius launched a daring counter-offensive against the Persians. He led his revitalized army through the Caucasus Mountains. The campaign culminated in the epic Battle of Nineveh. The battle raged for hours, testing both sides. The tide turned when the Optimates smashed through the Persian lines. The Persian army retreated in disarray. The Battle of Nineveh was a decisive victory for the Byzantines. The lowest point on earth. The Quran's mention of the lowest land in connection with the Byzantine victory takes on a profound significance when we consider the unique geography of the region. It is now a well-established scientific fact that the Dead Sea, situated in the Jordan Rift Valley, is the lowest point on the surface of the Earth. The surface of the Dead Sea is over 430 meters, or 1,412 feet, below sea level. This remarkable geographical feature is a result of the tectonic plates that make up the Earth's crust pulling apart, creating a deep depression that is slowly filled with water over millennia. This geological process has also resulted in the Dead Sea having a salinity level far higher than any ocean, making it impossible for most forms of life to survive. A miracle of history and geography. The Quranic verse, revealed decades before the events unfolded, not only accurately predicted the unlikely victory of the Byzantines, but also pinpointed the location of a pivotal battle in the conflict. The fact that the final showdown between the Byzantines and the Persians, culminating in a decisive victory for the former, occurred in the vicinity of the Dead Sea, the lowest land on Earth, adds another layer of wonder to the narrative. This convergence of historical events and geographical accuracy in the Quran has led many to view it as a testament to the divine origin of the Islamic holy book. The Quran, revealed in 7th century Arabia, accurately foretold a future event that unfolded exactly as prophesied, further solidifying the faith of early Muslims and continuing to inspire awe and wonder in those who encounter this story. A testament to faith. The story of the Byzantine-Persian War and the Quranic prophecy is more than just a historical anecdote. It holds profound significance for people of faith, particularly Muslims. It serves as a powerful reminder that God's plan is not always immediately apparent to humanity. Just as the early Muslims, facing their own struggles and persecution, found solace and hope in the divine promise of a Byzantine victory, so too can believers today find comfort and strength in the knowledge that God is in control, even when events seem bleak. The miraculous nature of the prophecy, coupled with its historical fulfillment, reinforces the belief in the Quran as the revealed Word of God. For Muslims, the Quran is not merely a historical document, but a living testament to God's power, wisdom, and knowledge of the seen and the unseen. The Byzantine-Persian War stands as a powerful example of this divine attribute. Beyond the battlefield. The impact of the Byzantine-Persian War extended far beyond the battlefield. The conflict had profound consequences for the course of history, shaping the political, religious, and cultural landscape of the Middle East and beyond. For the Byzantine Empire, the victory over Persia provided a much-needed reprieve. It allowed Heraclius to reclaim the lost eastern provinces and restore the empire to some semblance of its former glory. However, the victory was Pyrrhic. Both empires, exhausted by decades of war and drained of manpower and resources, were left vulnerable to a new and formidable power rising in the East, Islam. The rise of Islam in the 7th century CE would dramatically alter the balance of power in the region. Within a few decades, the Muslim armies, fueled by their faith and united under the banner of Islam, would conquer vast territories, including much of the Byzantine Empire and the entirety of the Persian Empire. The Byzantine-Persian War, by weakening both empires, inadvertently paved the way for the rapid expansion of Islam. Conclusion: a legacy of revelation. The story of the Byzantine-Persian War and the Quranic prophecy is a testament to the enduring power of faith. The miraculous nature of the prophecy, coupled with its precise historical fulfillment, continues to resonate with people of faith, especially Muslims. The story serves as a reminder that God's plan is always unfolding, even when we may not fully comprehend it. Furthermore, the geographical detail embedded within the Quranic verses, specifically the mention of the lowest land in connection with the Byzantine victory, underscores the remarkable intersection of faith, history, and science. The Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth, stands as a silent witness to the events that transpired centuries ago, events that were foretold in the verses of the Quran. This confluence of historical accuracy, geographical precision, and spiritual significance continues to inspire awe and wonder, serving as a testament to the divine origin of the Quranic revelation.